thanking Rakesh on one great contribution he has made unknowingly. He will not acknowledge that, but last time vachinappudu he told clearly that Mayur, I am saying this 4 hours of web and mobile application will not take you anywhere. He is as harsh as he is now then. So మనం థింక్ చేసాం 4 అవర్స్లో మనం 2 hours టీచ్ చేస్తున్నాము, 2 hours ఇంగ్లీష్ టీచ్ చేస్తున్నాము, సరిపోదు, ఇది అస్సలు సరిపోదు. మీ స్టూడెంట్ ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కనుక ఇఫ్ దే ప్లెజ్ దట్ ఇఫ్ దే ఆర్ వర్కింగ్ 4 to 5 hours every day on coding for 2 years, then ask them to sign up to be in this course, otherwise don't. He told this very clearly. So then we tried with Nirmaan, tried with borrowing computers from so many places and putting etc. But one thing that helped is తర్వాత ఏం చేసామంటే we proposed to Tech Mahindra Foundation that we will implement 8 hours course, 4 hours of training and 4 hours of you having these computers and practice, right? So today we have 8 hours of course. It's only because of Rakesh's direction, which he will not agree, but sincere thanks from all of us. So అంటే మీ పాత స్టూడెంట్స్, మీ సీనియర్స్ ప్లస్ ఓకే మేమందరం చేసిన కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్స్ ప్లస్ మా టీంలో భాగంగా రాకేష్ ఇచ్చిన అడ్వైజ్ ఇవన్నీ కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ చేసే ఈరోజు మీకు రావాలంటే. సో యూజ్ ఇట్ ప్రిసైజ్లీ, చాలా చాలా మంచిగా వాల్యుబుల్గా ఉన్నదాన్ని యూజ్ చేసుకోండి. అండ్ రీసెంట్గా చాలామంది నిర్మాణ్కి మనీ కూడా కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తారు, డొనేట్. సో బట్ చెప్తూ ఉంటారు కదా విద్యాదానం అన్నిటికన్నా గొప్పది అని. సో అట్లా రాకేష్ ఈజ్ గివింగ్ హిస్ టైం, నెంబర్ 1. నెంబర్ 2, ఈజ్ ఆల్సో రీసెంట్గా I didn't understand that he is doing this, but I understood now today only that మనందరికీ ఒక మంచి లాగిన్ ఐడి క్రియేట్ చేసి ఇచ్చారు. he has bought us one సఫారీ అనే దాంట్లో మనకి నిర్మాణ్కి ఒక లాగిన్ ఐడి he has contributed with his own hard earned money, right? So safari is a place where learning place. నాకు తెలిసినంత మటుకు నేను చెప్తాను, ఇట్స్ ఎ లెర్నింగ్ ప్లేస్ వేర్ ఐ విల్ అలౌ రాకేష్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ టు, బికాస్ ఐ వాంట్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్, ఐ వాంట్ లెట్ యూ హియర్ ఫ్రమ్ హార్స్ మౌత్ వై హీ ఫీల్స్ దట్ e-learning is very important, and what he is doing for that, so that will help them put in their minds.
So I'll just tell you one thing, right? Unless you read about something, there is no way you will be successful. I'll just put it right as simple as that. No matter whether Mayur teaches you or like any of these people teaches you can never be successful. So just whatever these folks teach you, it's just like you're just opening the gate for you. It's not enough. There is no way you'll get placed, there is no way you'll get a job, or there is no way you can survive a job if you don't read more about it. For example, if you are reading about like a distributed computing, or if you are reading about like you have a mobile device, you have a service, back-end service, you are doing like a simple ping or like whatever, how these two interact, there is a huge theory behind it which is called Paxos. I don't know how many of you even try to actually explore about it, right? Unless you actually explore and learn about it, there is no way you can actually build a service which can be scalable, which is stateless as well, right? So for your app, right, unless you know the theory, you cannot build an app which is scalable. So if suddenly, like let's say your app looks really good and like 1 million folks download it, and like 50,000 folks like try to use it at the same point of time, will your server work? It won't work actually. It will fail, right? How are you going to scale it up? So or scale it out? So how whether your service is like as what do you say, it's a stateless or stateful service and whatnot. These are the things which you have to make a choice. So these folks won't teach you that right away, right? They will just tell you like, okay, you have to develop this, but you have to read. You have to read yourself and actually like see like, okay, these are the options that I have. How am I going to design it? So you have to put a lot more effort, and it takes like at least 8 hours a day to just read. So I would say like that's why I say like 16 is the bare minimum for you to actually get around, right? I would say like you have to, whatever you are working on, just start from it and learn around it and learn as deep as possible. So anything which you're gonna build, whether it's forget about like a web and mobile, right? You are building service. If you are building a service, how you want to design it, right? Web and mobile is just a UI on top of it. It's not going to get you anything. You won't even earn anything out of it. You won't even get a job which pays you like money, which is like good enough money, right? I'm just giving you as simple as everyone needs money, right? So I mean, not everyone, I would say, because having him and saying everyone needs money, I cannot. That's the wrong stuff, right? So at least like there are people like you are here because you need to get a job which pays more. That's as simple as that. If you want a job which you want to get paid more, you have to read. Otherwise, there is no way you can get it. You have to accept like what people are giving to you, right? That's not good. So only if you learn and if you And I'm just telling you, right, most of the interviewer, if they see you that you learn these kind of concepts, and your job is guaranteed. That's just the same way that happened with IBM for me, right? That's, I would say, as simple as that. So you have to like learn as deep as possible, otherwise you won't be getting a job, or even if you get a job, you cannot even survive, or you cannot even like sustain, because someone else will replace you out. So that's a reality, right? So for which you have to read. If you want to read, you need books, right? If I tried read, like, okay, the reason behind, like, I learned it really late, because reading, like, I didn't read properly. I just work for like 16 hours, remaining 4 hours either I sleep or watch TV or whatnot, right? Over the weekends I just like watch TV and while working and whatnot. I never actually spent time to actually read. So all the intuition which I built, like, it helped me to solve the problems. At some point of time, when my architect and my manager, they both have like a postdoctorate, they started questioning every single solution which I taking to them. Like, they say like, okay, you know it works. Can you prove it works for all the scenarios which you don't know? How can I prove which I don't know? Like, so that's the only way I can actually like convince them is like, okay, this is the theory behind it. This is how actually it evolved. I can prove it. This is the theory. Go read it. And if you feel like the theory is wrong, let's start over, right? So once I started doing that, they started allowing me, okay, you can take this choice or whatnot, right? That's really good, because only people started challenging me. That's when I stepped ahead, right, and see like, okay, how can I actually make myself better? That way, like, I can get my solutions through these two folks, right? They are the best, I would say. Like, they have like a double PhDs, and the other guy is like 5 masters and a PhD, and he's getting another PhD now. These guys are like legends. Like, they are the really smartest folks I ever worked, right? So if you want to work like that, you have to be like learn like. So Safari is something like which has one of the best technical book collection. If you want to learn about distributed computing, you can just search distributed computing. You will see like hundreds of books and even the video tutorials and whatnot. You can read for free in it. So that's the one. Like, you have like millions and millions of best books in the world just by in a click. Right? You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to do anything. It's free now, because I paid for at least I paid for an individual subscription, not an enterprise one. But yeah, that is like a, what do you say, pilot program for you. So that's what I was hoping.
Thank you for putting that seed. I think now we are going definitely in a different course altogether now. We will not